A couple of episodes ago, I asked the question, had we gone as far as we can with this Swansea team? Or was there another way to try and compete with Manchester City, who seem to be dominating world football at the moment? Could we possibly look at bringing in and developing youth players as a way of competing with the financial giants? You guys gave me some very, very good advice, and so we have made a decision. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to the Liberty Stadium in Swansea. And if you are a first-time visitor, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment. Help the channel to grow and help us to support the very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling above. And if you have been following along, you'll know that we are having a dreadful season. If you were following and did watch the last episode, you will be expecting to see the second leg of the quarter-final of the European Champions League against Leipzig. But unfortunately, when I recorded it, I forgot to switch the microphone on. Well, I'm old. And I recorded it without audio. So instead, we have to go now to the FA Cup semi-final against Liverpool today instead of the Leipzig game. But you didn't miss much in the Leipzig game. It was a game we absolutely dominated, but unfortunately lost by 2-1. We just totally outplayed them, and somehow they managed to beat us by 2-1. So our European dream came to an end. And everything seems to be coming to an end for this Swansea team. We are currently in third, behind 4 points behind Arsenal and 9 points behind Manchester City. And these clubs, these bigger clubs, are just outspending us. We don't have the finances to compete with them. And so we were thinking about, should we look towards the youth? And if we have a look at our squad, we have several players already, young players already in the squad, and the likes of Adisio, who has 5-star potential. He's 18 years old and could become a very, very good player. And we have Bulgarella, a right back. He has 3.5-star potential. He's just 20 years old. He could also develop and be part of this young team that we try to build. And of course, Loic Raven, who has 4-star potential. He's burst onto the scene this season and scored a lot of goals. He has 11 goals and 4 assists from his 12 starts. He's just been mental this season and is burst onto the scene. He's just 21 years old. He could be part of this young setup that we develop. Kem Karacha, who is 22 years old, he has 4.5-star potential. He looks like a very, very decent player, and he should be part of this young setup that we try. And then Corey White, who came through our youth system and became a very, very decent Premier League player, 3-star potential. Maybe it's time for these boys to take on their role within the club and start to develop this club into the future. If we look at the players we have out on loan, we have this guy, Damian Markowski. He is just 18 years old. He has 5-star potential in midfield. He could be a very, very decent player for us as well. We have a lot of young players. Jay Davis is one of our youth academy products. He's rated as the 40th best wonder kid in the world. He is just 18 years old, and maybe it's time for him to come back to Swansea and start contributing for us. Moses Etim, who we've bought but sent out on loan because he was lacking in game time, 5-star potential in midfield. Another great young player. He's just 20, and we do have amazing young players here at Swansea who are developing. Evan Watts, the goalkeeper, maybe it's time for him to come onto the bench as the backup goalkeeper and start being a star for Swansea. And in terms, though, of what's happened on the pitch, this has been an absolute nightmare run. And when you were last with us, you saw us play Ajax and dominate and beat Ajax by 5-1 in the first knockout round of the Champions League. Against Liverpool, then we had a tame 1-1 draw. We should have beaten Liverpool, but we didn't. But we did win in the FA Cup quarter-final by 2-0 against West Ham, and quite comfortably in the end as well. But then Manchester City came and hammered us by 3-1. We're not as good as them, and they just dispatched us without any problems. Against Leipzig, they were much better than us as well, but we did manage to avoid a huge defeat, and we came away with a 2-1 defeat, which did give us a chance in the second leg. And then against West Ham, a very poor result against West Ham. We completely dominated them, and again we couldn't score, and it finished at 0-0. And then against Leipzig in that in that quarter-final second leg you were supposed to see, we completely annihilated them. And if we look at the match stats, we dominated possession, we absolutely dominated the chances created, we dominated XG, we absolutely annihilated them. But unfortunately, they scored twice, we scored once, and so we were beaten in the Champions League quarter-final for the second season in a row. And so, as our season seems to be crumbling to an end here, our morale is declining. We do need to get a result against Liverpool if we can, because we have Arsenal in the Premier League following that, and although the run-in is good, it might be too late to salvage anything from this season. And my concern is we might not make it into the Champions League places at the end of the season. We need to get a result from somewhere so that we can develop our confidence again. Football's about confidence. We need to regain our confidence. And so it's time to go and play Liverpool. And so, against Liverpool, we have decided to go in a very, very strange formation. We've decided to go 3 at the back. We are not playing very well at the moment when we are playing with the 4 at the back system. We're going to try and confuse Liverpool. Liverpool are expecting us to play in a certain way. And it might be, as someone suggested, that the AI is used to the way that we're playing. The familiarity with this 3 at the back is fairly good, and hopefully, because the team instructions are not changed too much, hopefully we can upset the apple cart here and get some sort of a result. I don't know. So the team today is Costa in goal, with Karacha, Kosamu and Theet at the back. Cambiasso and Gossens are the wing-backs, with Berg, Adley and Shortire making up the midfield, and Broja and Raven will play up front. I just feel that Raven should get his chance, start developing the youth now, and see if we can't break this run of bad luck. So we need to just go out there, be confident. Like, make me proud of you. Let's go and see off Liverpool. Let's see if we can get a result. And as the teams are warming up, we do have a very strong team out there. Liverpool have an even stronger team than we do. They are full of very, very good players. Jota, Diaz, Salah is still around. And it's going to be a very, very difficult game. We will see what happens, but somehow we have to break this run of poor results. And we are dominating possession at the moment. Once again, we do have most of the possession, but it is Liverpool with the free kick, and that's a header that's headed. Great save, I think, and here is Diego Jota, and that's a good clearance, and Liverpool are bringing it forward. Liverpool are pressing. They're looking for an opening, but we have managed to defend that fairly well. And here comes Swansea with Broja. It's a very rainy day, and maybe passing the ball around is not the best idea. And here is Shorta is in the clear, and it's a good save. Here is Raven, he finds Broja, and his header is claimed by the goalkeeper, and well, we're in the game. And I'm just looking at the weather, and I'm wondering if we should change the way that we are passing. We are dominating possession, but on a pitch like this, maybe we may need to play a little bit more direct in these wet conditions, as Liverpool this time are looking to bring it forward, and we are keeping them out so far. Normally Liverpool will have taken the lead by now, but we've kept them at bay as Theo looks for a cross and it's headed away once again. And here come Liverpool again, looking to break down the right, but it's well won by Gossens. Gossens looking upfield for Brozier. Brozier's coming forward, and he's stopped and he checks back. He looks for Berg. Berg finds Kosamu. Kosamu is now looking to bring it forward from the back. He finds Adley. Can Adley find a pass? He's found Brozier. Brozier, can he get a cross in? He gives it back to Gossens. Gossens into the middle, and Adley has scored, and we are a goal up against Liverpool. And maybe that's all it takes, is to change the system. Although this game is far from over, we have taken the lead, and that is a good sign. It was lovely football. Adley fed Brozier. Brozier looked behind for Gossens, and Adley, as normal in the penalty area, he tucked it away into the corner. We are a goal up against Liverpool. We are doing well at the moment, and we are matching Liverpool stride for stride. We have got more of the possession, and here comes Swansea again, and it's played back to Theet. Theet is looking inside for Kosamu. Kosamu, he goes all the way back to Costa to Theet, and that's it, just calmly playing the ball around. Kosamu, he finds Theet. It is a little bit nervy when they do this at the back, as there's always a possibility that a mistake could be made. But Kosamu, Shortire has found Raven. Now come on, can you make it 2? Yes, he can. Loic Raven has made it 2-0. That boy is on fire, and we are 2-0 up against Liverpool. Maybe the right thing to do to switch the shape, and Liverpool really perhaps don't know how to deal with the change in shape. They thought we were going to play in a certain way. That was a beautiful ball, and Raven, that young 21-year-old boy, is on fire. It was the right decision to play him ahead of Vitinha and Osimhen, and fresh blood has put us 2-0 up now against Liverpool. We are rocking and rolling here, and here is Berg. Berg finds Kosamu and passing it around. This is nice football we are playing, and here is Raven again, and Raven is in, and has he made it 3-0? We are 3-0 up against Liverpool. The referee is going to check VAR. I thought he was onside. Is it going to be 3-0? Have we put this game to bed already? And the goal is awarded. It is Swansea 3, Liverpool 0. We are back, and this poor run of form is now hopefully done. And Raven has been on fire since he came into the team, and he now has, I think it's 13 goals this season. He was well onside, and a lovely little chip over the goalkeeper, and it is now 3-0, and Liverpool are done and dusted, I think. And I'm just going to say we've had a lot of shots on target, so I'm very, very pleased. And let's go and start the second half. Diaz is, I'm being told, is a bit of a threat, but Liverpool really haven't looked that threatening, so we won't do anything at the moment. And Liverpool cross it in, and it's headed clear. And it is Liverpool on the attack, and we do need to just keep doing what we're doing, and we should see this game through. And Costa picks it up, and Liverpool really don't know how to play against us in this shape. We have caught them with their trousers down, as it were. They were expecting us to play our traditional way, and sometimes that's all it takes, is to change what you're doing. And here comes Swansea again, and it is with Gossens. Gossens is looking up the line for Brozier. Brozier, he gets a cross in, and there is Raven, and Raven has made it 4-0. He's got a hat-trick. That boy is going to be a star of the future. They're checking VAR again, but again, that looked onside to me. I'll be very disappointed if that is disallowed. and the goal is awarded. It's Swansea 4, Liverpool 0 in the FA Cup semi-final, and it looks to all the world like we're going back to Wembley, and there was Raven to tuck it in at the near post. He has 3 and Swansea have 4, and Liverpool are done. And it's so good to finish this poor run of form that we've had. This has been a very, very good performance by the boys. They've adapted very, very well to the new system. We do need to make a change or two. Gossens is quite tired, so we will bring on Malacia. Adley is very tired. I think we will bring on Hannibal, and then Shortire. Who shall we bring on for Shortire? Let's bring on Adisio. Let's see what Adisio can do. And I do need to go to the tactics screen. I want to change Adisio for Hannibal. We'll just switch those two over. But we are dominating this game. It is Swansea 4, Liverpool 0. I was not expecting this. It's a bonus. I just felt that our poor run of form was going to continue. It makes me feel a little bit more optimistic with the Arsenal game coming up. But we've just dispatched Liverpool, and they really had no answer. But they do have a goal back. There are 15 minutes to go. They do have one back, and it is now Swansea 4, Liverpool 1. And we just need to just keep our shape. We're not really worried that they've pulled one back now. They could even pull back another 2, and we'll still be in the final. But we are doing very, very well, and all we need to do is just keep doing what we're doing. But we have given away a free kick, and you cannot be serious. They're not going to let Liverpool. Liverpool have made it 4-2, and surely not. Really, FM, surely you are not going to do this. It is now Swansea 4, Liverpool 2, as Osmo drills in a free kick. And I think maybe we need to make some changes. And so just got to keep our nerve. There's only 6 minutes left. We're still 4-2 in front. And all we've got to do, keep your nerve, keep your shape, keep your discipline. And we're surely going to see this game out. I'll be really annoyed. If FM take this game away from me now, I'll be very, very annoyed. But it is Liverpool on the attack, and we are holding on. And I think now it's time to just hold on. I think we're going to just play a little bit shorter. We're going to just regroup, I think, and slow the pace down. We don't need to do anything here. And maybe we will just waste a bit of time sometimes. Be more disciplined now, and just hopefully see the game out. And just try to keep Liverpool out. We are hopefully on the way to Wembley again, but Liverpool have hit the post. Liverpool have really come back strong in the second half. Luckily, we were better than them in the first half and put our chances away. And they are still pressing, and and Liverpool have made it 4-3 now. And I think FM are going to do this. And I'm not going to be very impressed with FM if actually Liverpool go and make it 4-4. I'm going to be very, very upset. There's no need for this when we're on a bad run of form. We've done everything right today, and this would be very, very cruel to me. And hopefully, though, we can just hold on. There's just a minute left. Can we hold on? Yes, we have. The final score is Liverpool 4. Is Swansea 4, Liverpool 3. And that, well, it's a good result, but they let themselves down in the second half. But we are through to the final. It was a very, very dramatic game. We will have to play Manchester City in the final, but that's by the by. It's just good to get to the final. And we do have probably the easiest run-in of the three big teams, Manchester City, Arsenal and ourselves. We do have to play Arsenal away in the next game, which is a very big game. I have to make a decision. Do I continue with the three at the back? I guess I don't know when we'll be back. We will have the FA Cup final to play. We're not going to win the league, I don't think. So unless things change dramatically, I will just come back for the FA Cup final. If it does change towards the end of the season, we'll probably play Leicester and the FA Cup final in the last episode. And that's it for this episode. My heart is racing. We have just about managed to hold on against Liverpool and won the semi-final by 4-3. We've broken that bad run. If you are new to the channel, then why not subscribe, watch, like and comment. Help the channel to grow and help us to support the very worthwhile cause you can see scrolling above. And so, from a very, very happy Liberty Stadium, our poor run seems to be over. And we will bid you all farewell for now, and we will see you somewhere at the end of the season.